BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
Ghost hunter Steve Gonsalves shares his scariest paranormal encounter. For over 2 decades, Steve Gonsalves has been a familiar face on Sci-Fi's paranormal investigation series, Ghost Hunters, venturing into some of the most notoriously haunted locations alongside his co-stars Jason Hawes, Dave Tango, and Grant Wilson. With such extensive experience, one might assume Gonsalves is immune to fear when faced with the unexplained. However, in a recent interview, Gonsalves admitted that even he experiences goosebumps and has encountered moments that truly tested his resolve, sharing what he describes as his single most terrifying paranormal experience to date. The location that stands out in Gonsalves' memory is the Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky. This imposing structure, once a bustling tuberculosis hospital, carries a dark and somber history, with an estimated 60,000 lives lost within its walls over a mere 3-year period. Gonsalves described the sheer intensity of the activity there, noting that it's not a subtle phenomenon. He explained that as soon as one steps inside, the paranormal occurrences are immediate and overwhelming. Apparitions are seen moving about, doors slam shut with unseen force, objects are inexplicably moved, and disembodied voices cry out from empty air. Despite the chilling nature of these events, Gonsalves also acknowledged the profound and captivating aura of the sanatorium, calling the place really cool. Waverly Hills Sanatorium stands as a stark reminder of the devastating tuberculosis epidemic that gripped Jefferson County in the early 1900s. Its massive, 5-story design was a necessity at the time. Built to accommodate the influx of patients seeking treatment, the facility operated for nearly half a century, its doors closing in 1961 as medical advancements offered new hope against the disease. Yet, the echoes of the past persisted, with numerous reports of paranormal encounters from those who dared to tread its corridors. This persistent spectral activity eventually led to the sanatorium's reopening in 2001, offering public tours to the curious and the brave. Even for someone as seasoned as Gonsalves, Waverly Hills proved to be a uniquely chilling experience. He revealed that during his visit, he actually found himself in tears. He had long harbored a desire to explore the historic site, drawn by its purported beauty and architectural grandeur. As he navigated the eerie, tree-lined drive leading up to the sanatorium, and the imposing structure gradually revealed itself, a wave of emotion washed over him, resulting in an unexpected display of tears. He described the visual impact as absolutely beautiful. Gonsalves views haunted locations not merely as residences for spirits, but as places where profound human emotions, particularly intense sadness and grief, have been so powerfully imprinted that they can be felt by visitors. He experienced this palpable sense of sorrow and loss at Waverly Hills, finding the experience deeply moving and, in his words, fantastic. Beyond Waverly Hills, Gonsalves also alluded to another historic location, Franklin Castle in Cleveland, Ohio, as a site he believed held similarly petrifying potential. He had the opportunity to conduct a haunted tour there for Cutwater's Real Spirits Inside sweepstakes. Gonsalves emphasized the significant role that history and the personalities of those who once inhabited a place play in fueling paranormal activity, stating that history and the personalities that lived in a place do work as a big catalyst in a haunting. Franklin Castle, with its rich and often mysterious past, provided ample such catalysts. Indeed, winners of the sweepstakes tour reported experiencing inexplicable phenomena, including the sound of footsteps on empty floors and doors opening and closing without any discernible cause. For those unable to visit these legendary haunted sites this spooky season, Gonsalves also shared a cinematic recommendation that consistently delivers jump scares. He identified John Carpenter's The Thing as a film that provides him with intense frights, making it a staple for viewing not just during Halloween, but throughout the entire year. The conversation then broadened to include other celebrities who have encountered the paranormal, highlighting that even those in the public eye are not immune to such experiences. Courtney Cox, the beloved star of Friends, recounted a peculiar encounter with a delivery driver who informed her that her house was haunted, adding that there was someone standing directly behind her. This unsettling comment led Cox to investigate further, only to find herself experiencing increasingly disturbing phenomena. She described seeing frightening, aged faces and, at one point, witnessing lights and a plant move on their own. Initially disoriented and possibly jet-lagged, she woke her partner, Johnny McDade, who, being asleep himself, attributed her experience to being in a dream. However, Cox remained convinced of the spectral presence. In a rather pragmatic approach, she ultimately addressed the spirits directly, politely requesting them to cease their visits so she could rest, and claims the activity subsequently stopped. Another artist who believes her childhood home in Texas is haunted is Demi Lovato. She shared an anecdote from her youth where she was seen conversing with an unseen presence, identified by her as the little girl in the picture frame, named Emily. Her younger sister later reported similar interactions, claiming the girl lived in the closet. Lovato also described instances where friends, initially skeptical, witnessed odd occurrences after she would suggest something supernatural would happen, including text messages that appeared to have been altered to emphasize the haunted nature of the location. Even more striking was an account of a balloon inexplicably floating down the stairs and around a corner, an event her uncle witnessed while watching television. Actress Joey King, known for her role in The Conjuring, experienced a real-life fright that mirrored her on-screen character during filming for scenes where the mother character becomes possessed and develops bruises. King herself began to manifest unexplained bruises in bizarre locations. Initially, makeup artists suspected a prank, attempting to remove the fake bruises with cleaning agents. However, King insisted they were real and sought medical attention. Blood tests revealed she had developed a rare, temporary blood thinning condition called ITP, where her body mysteriously lost a significant portion of its red platelets. This condition, with no prior or subsequent history, required her to be hospitalized twice daily during the filming of the movie. Upon returning home, her platelet levels normalized, and the disorder never reappeared, leaving a lingering question about the incident's true origin. Ariana Grande recounted a particularly terrifying ghost demon experience in Kansas City in 2013. After visiting a location known as one of the 7 gates to hell on Earth, Stull Cemetery, she experienced an overwhelming sense of negativity, the distinct smell of sulfur, and a rogue fly in the car, all of which she associated with demonic presence. Upon leaving, she apologized for disrupting their peace and later found 3 distinct demonic faces in a photograph she took. Her attempt to share the image resulted in a message stating the file could not be sent due to its size, a staggering 666 megabytes, further fueling her fear. Grande also described seeing a large black cloud beside her bed, a terrifying apparition that caused her to cry. Following advice to tell it to F off, she opted instead to remain calm. Believing the entity fed on fear, she watched as the cloud moved to the foot of her bed before she eventually fell asleep on the phone, only to wake and find it gone. Octavia Spencer, conversely, seems to have a more amicable relationship with the spirit residing in her home. She believes the ghost, a former owner of the house known for his work in Western films, acts as a protector, deterring unwanted guests. Spencer claims that individuals who are not meant to be there feel an immediate discomfort and leave, while those who belong feel welcomed. While she cherishes this spectral roommate, she acknowledges that the ghost can sometimes be shady, randomly closing doors or turning off lights if she is away for extended periods. However, she maintains clear boundaries, stating that while her ghost can haunt her, it doesn't truly haunt her, and she is not open to visitors bringing their own spirits. Jennifer Aniston experienced a series of unsettling events in a former Los Angeles home, including appliances inexplicably turning on and the stereo blasting at full volume. These occurrences were so terrifying that she hired a specialist to clear the house of a spirit. During the cleansing ritual, the specialist's dish of frankincense cracked in the first corner she approached, and a heavy ashtray also shattered. The specialist then asked Aniston to leave so she could communicate with the spirit, who, according to Aniston, revealed that it hated my roommate. Although she felt terrible, Aniston ultimately moved out and never disclosed the spirit's specific dislike to her roommate. Miley Cyrus shared a story about a spirit that seemingly manifested after her Malibu house was destroyed by fire. The spirit, believed to be the deceased mother of a friend whose Elvis memorabilia Cyrus had inherited, began to visit her Los Angeles home. Cyrus noticed the smell of cigarette smoke emanating from the guest room where the memorabilia was kept, and her dogs would react erratically, becoming agitated. She described instances where she felt the presence was taunting my dogs, something she believed the friend's mother would have done. Keanu Reeves recalled an unnerving experience from his childhood in his family's New York apartment. At around 6 or 7 years old, he witnessed a jacket seemingly waving through a doorway with no visible body attached, only for it to disappear moments later. While Reeves himself found the event interesting, the reaction of his nanny, whose jaw dropped in shock, confirmed for him the reality of what he had seen. Vanessa Hudgens has openly accepted her ability to perceive spirits, stating on The Kelly Clarkson Show that she sees things and hears things. She shared a childhood memory of a pull-along duck toy that began to follow her around the room as she walked. After initially suppressing these abilities due to fear of the unknown, Hudgens is now embracing them, recently undertaking her first formal paranormal investigation with specialized equipment. Hugh Grant recounted how one of his sons would often stare into a specific corner of his room, and other children and adults began reporting seeing a little boy over there. Despite his rational nature, Grant resorted to hiring a Ghostbuster. The Ghostbuster's equipment reacted intensely in the room, and she claimed the presence was so strong. After performing a cleansing ritual involving burning sage and playing an instrument, the Ghostbuster declared all spirits gone. However, the next morning, when Grant asked his son if he felt happier, his son replied, "No, there was a little boy at my window," leading Grant to consider moving house due to the persistent haunting. Brian Cox experienced a chilling event in Edinburgh where he heard a rocket